Hello everyone, this is Dhanalakshmi, Assistant Professor of Degree Department of R Engineering College. In this session, I would like to discuss about the Constitution of our India, where the subject human rights have in its fourth unit that consists of all of its Constitution of an India. So in this session, I would like to discuss about some information regarding Constitution of our India. So there are many salient features are there in our Indian Constitution. I've taken only few features here. So fundamental duties of the citizens. So initially we might be knowing about a constitution where it is a written and very detailed constitution consists of 395 articles, 12 schedules, right? So on the basics we know already, but some of the features we will discuss now. So when we take the salient features of our Indian constitution, this is also one among the fundamental duties of the citizens. First of all, when we claim our rights, we should also know about our duties. Right? No duties, no rights, and no rights, no duties. So it's a what interlinked and it's a mutual to each other. It's a mutual one to each other. So we will discuss some of the fundamental duties of the citizen of an Indian. Citizen of India. So you can see that in its part 4A, Article 51A, the Constitution describes the following fundamental duties of a citizen, where it's a duty of a citizen to respect our Constitution, to respect the national flag and the national anthem. And our duty of a citizen is also to cherish the noble ideals of the freedom struggle, to protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of the India, and to defend our country whenever our country calls for any service, we have to render it. So national service, when called, it should be rendered. Promote the common brotherhood of all the people of India and renounce any practice derogatory to the dignity of a woman. That's a very important here, very important feature of our Constitution of India, where fundamental duties of a citizens are all these things. And the fundamental duty of a citizen is also to preserve the rich heritage of the nation's composite culture, protect the natural environment, and the compassion for living creatures. All human beings, as human beings, we should have compassion towards the other beings. It is not only the compassion towards other human, it is also to the compassion to each and every creature created by the God. So it is our duty to protect our natural environment and to be compassionate to the living creatures, and to develop scientific temper, humanism, and spirit of inquiry and reform, and to safeguard policy, public property, and abjure violence, and not involving in any violent activities. So violence, and strive for excellence in all individual and collective activity. And duty of the parents is to send their children to schools for getting education. So these are all the duties of an Indian citizen. The fundamental duties, however, these are the duties stated. It is not enforced by any court. So they are not enforceable. They are not enforceable by courts, but it is default that it's a moral one that every Indian citizen should follow the duties of their own. So then, and the one thing, it cannot be enforced by any court. So and then we have directive principles of state policy, DPSP we say. DPSP, that is directive principles of state policy. So part 4 of the constitution dealing with the directive principles of state policy provides one of the most striking feature of the Indian constitution. Directive principles are instructions to the state for securing socio-economic developmental objectives through its policies. So it should secure socio-economic development. So through its policies, and this should be implemented by both the houses, both the union and the states. So that is, for example, the directive principles direct the state to ensure the adequate people's livelihood, fairer distribution of wealth, equal pay for equal work, and the protection of children, women, labor and youth, old age pension, social security, local self-government, protection of the interests of the weaker sections of society, then promotion of cottage industries, rural development, international peace, friendship, and cooperation with other states. So the aim of Part 4 is to secure and strengthen socio-economic democracy in India. Then our another feature is bicameral Union Parliament, because we have two houses where Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. So we know that Constitution provides a bicameral legislature at the Union level, and the names it as the Union Parliament. It has two houses, Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. Lok Sabha is the lower one, popular, directly elected house of the Parliament. It represents people of India. Maximum strength of the Lok Sabha is 550. Presently, Lok Sabha is consisting of 545 members. People of each state each state elect representatives in proportion to their population, and they are directly elected by the people. All men and women of age 18 have rights to vote. And then, when they cross 25 years, they are eligible to contest elections of Lok Sabha. Then the tenure of Lok Sabha is 5 years, but the president acting under the advice of Prime Minister can resolve it earlier also if it is not satisfactory. Then Rajya Sabha is the upper one and indirectly elected by the second house of parliament. It represents the state of the Indian Union. Maximum membership here is 250 and presently Rajya Sabha is consisting of 245 members. Out of these, 233 members are elected by all the legislative assemblies and 12 are nominated by the president from among various fields like art, science, literature. And Rajya Sabha is a quasi-permanent house. One-third of the members retire every 2 years. Each member has a tenure of 6 years. So one of the two houses of the parliament, Lok Sabha is more powerful because it alone has financial powers. Then we will go for parliamentary system. As when we take parliamentary system, the Constitution of India provides for a parliamentary system of government at the center as well as in every state of the Union. President of India is the constitution head of state with nominal powers. Union Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister is the real executive. Ministers are essentially the members of the Union Parliament. For all its policies and decisions, the Council of Members are responsible before the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha can remove the ministry by passing a vote of no confidence. Then the cabinet, in fact, the Prime Minister has the power to get the Lok Sabha dissolved by the President. On similar lines, the parliamentary government is also at work in is also at work in each state. Then single integrated judiciary. Our judiciary system is a single integrated. So where we have the constitution provides for a single integrated judicial system common for the union and the states. We have Supreme Court at an apex level. Then below that we have High Court works at the state level. And then below that we have other courts under the High Court. So we can say that nearly we have 21 state High Courts working in all parts of India. Supreme Court is the highest court of the land. It controls and runs the judicial administration of India. Then emergency provision. So in the period of during the period of emergency provisions, when a state can declare emergency, the Constitution of India contains special provisions for dealing with emergency. So we'll see what is that. It recognizes three possible emergencies. One is called national emergency under Article 352, an emergency resulting from war or external aggression or threat of external aggression against India or from armed rebellion within India or in any of its parts. This is national emergency. Whereas the second case is constitutional emergency in a state. Article 356 in an emergency resulting from the failure of constitutional machinery in any state or some states. And third one is financial emergency. Article 360, an emergency resulting from a threat to the financial stability of India. President of India has been empowered to take appropriate steps for dealing with these emergencies. During the period of an emergency, the powers of the president increase tremendously. President can take all steps deemed essential for meeting an emergency. These are called emergency powers of the president. Thank you.